last year. It was my first time, and Jake had been talking about it. He made a joke to me about it. This is his third year, I think, and after he did it the first year, he was very annoyed with me because he said all the singers were bringing songs by me to coach with him. So I said, it's not my fault. So, because I have a lot of books, you know, I have like 6, 7 published books of songs. So, so then the next summer I got a call from Rosemary asking me if I would come, and it seemed fun. Like, it seemed fun to work with Jake, and last year John Harbison was here. We didn't really overlap, but we had dinner the first night I got here. I like him a lot. I like his work. I love Jake's work. So it seemed like a good thing to do, especially, you know, not that I don't want to say leader is a dying form, but certainly anywhere where there's a pocket where people really care about it, I want to participate in. And you saw, you were in the class today, it's very rewarding working with those people. For one thing, my first love was poetry. And just to go in the room, like, I wish you had been at the last couple of classes. A lot of times I start by reciting some poems. Or at least somewhere in the class I always recite one. I didn't today because there were so many songs to cover. But my whole process of setting poems to music is very often memorizing them and sort of letting them marinate inside of me before I finally make a gesture toward them, you know. And so feeling like this class is very much about poems. Oh, a hummingbird. I so rarely see hummingbirds. Is so much about poetry as well as music. And then seeing those people transform, like even in the class today, just the simple act of someone sitting down and then standing up, or putting an empty chair next to them and saying, that's your son. You know, a lot of times major things happen in those rooms, you know. That moment when Devin had sung Wild Swans, and the first time, were you there, right? So when the first time she sang it, she's a wonderful singer, but she forgot to tell the story. And I was so glad she did that, because I knew, oh, this is going to be fun, just to say, Devin, where's the story? And then the second time she sang it through, and it was riveting, and had a full shape and arc, and it's very rewarding. Yeah, I mean, you never know. The only thing I'll say is, if things have become much busier, you know, it's a good thing. I mean, when Grapes of Wrath sort of jettisoned me out into the world in a new way, and now there's a lot going on. I have a lot more big pieces to write coming up. So that's the only thing is, will I have time? But I'd like to. I think it's a fantastic thing. Absolutely. I think, I mean, look, what are there, 50 singers here? And those 50 singers are going to go back into the world with everything they learned here, which is plenty. Because I feel like I've taught my little butt off this week. I mean, I've done 4 master classes and private coachings every day. First and foremost, you're just storytellers. You know, you're just storytellers. You have these words and these notes to tell a story. And just tell it.
I looked in my heart while the wild swans went over. And what did I see? I had not seen before.
It's so great because you can all, I mean, that's just what we do. The minute we're nervous, what goes first? Yeah. Specificity. Everything becomes general. And you know, it's funny, all this thing about drugs and alcohol and how they make music and musicians interesting, that the truth is, a lot of times what happens is they make you general, you know? And I believe in specificity. You just gave us a very specific portrait. You even changed her playing. Suddenly the piano was doing what you needed it to do because the whole thing became one thing.
Yeah.
All right?
Oh, totally.
Yeah, it's great. It was really good.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Evan.